What's going on, you flea bags? We got a AMA with the co-founder of Cudis here we're about to jump into. Before we do, remember this Pioneer package is going to be done May 30th, okay? So you only got about a week left to get in and purchase this. $500, you get the Cudis ring, okay, which you're going to be able to earn tokens with. And then you get the airdrop. This is going to be a sizable airdrop. I really do think that I'll probably double my ROI. This is just me personally, not financial advice, but with Sonic and how Solana, that's a Solana baby. This is a Solana baby too. So I feel very confident in this. I got a ring for me and the missus. And not to mention, right, guys? This is going to actually encourage you to exercise, to live healthier. How cool is that? You know, you've been wanting to exercise. You know, you've been wanting to get your weight down a little bit. You know, you've been wanting to get a little bit of, better energy in yourself. So what better way than to connect it to Web3 and crypto to where you earn points and can earn token if you are pushing those, pieces. So really excited about this. So let's jump in and see what the co-founder has to say about some of these AMA questions. Link is down below. Definitely click that, jump in, join me and the missus on this journey. TGE is going to be Q2 here. So just basically in a month. All right, everybody. We got Dirk, right? Is that right? Dirk.
That's Dirk,
All
yeah.
right, all right,
That's
all
Dirk.
right. We got Dirk from Cudis here. Do a little bit of AMA, talk about a couple things about the Cudis ring, the Pioneer package, everything that's coming out. So hope you guys enjoy this AMA here. We'll start out. I guess if you just want to explain kind of who you are in Cudis and what your background is.
For sure, yeah. So, hi everybody. This is Dirk from Cudis. I'm the co-founder, also CMO for Cudis. Um, well, originally, I'm actually from a traditional finance background, but entering the crypto space back in 2018, joining a couple of crypto VCs, heading my own crypto gaming project back in 2020s, and here I am, starting co-founding Cudis with one of my college buddies, Edison. So yeah, that's everything about me.
Nice. So, yeah, tell me a little bit about Kudis and I guess kind of what the goals are and kind of guess what your guys' vision is.
Yeah. So for those of you who've been following Solana for a long time, I think if you have not heard about Cudis, it's not our problem. But so Cudis is we're trying to build the first rewarding longevity protocol starting from Solana. But you guys probably see our signature product, which is the Cudis rings. So the Cudis rings are actually smart rings that track your biometric, but we're combining the tech with AI wellness coach or with a gamifying or with a gamification of longevity, as well as a decentralized data storage and handling enabled by blockchain. So essentially, with the Cudis ring, you are able to you're able to track your data, but also it's a tool to onboard people, a mass audience into the crypto scene.
Nice. Yeah, so I guess, because I've seen a couple of the rings out there. I guess what kind of is going to set Kudis apart from like these other kind of rings that we've seen?
Yes, 100%. So I've got this question a lot. So what's the difference between Cudis and Aura, for example? So first of all, Aura charges a monthly subscription fee. I believe it's $6 a month. So you gotta pay upfront for 349, 369 for a ring. You're paying every month for using the services. And then if you don't pay the subscription, you don't get to use their most of their services. But the thing is, like people need to know that the data that Aura or other wellness wearable device is tracking is very valuable to you. It's got they've got your heart rate data, they've got your sleep data, they've got your exercise data, they've got your stress recovery data. So a lot of those data actually have a lot of values when it comes to like using that for research purpose, using that for insurance purpose, trying to calculate insurance premium, or even using that to develop other softwares. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to use blockchain to to help users actually own their data. So with Cudis, users actually mint their data, connect their wallet, mint their data as digital assets, and they will be, and then if they list that data to our decentralized data marketplace, they will be able to get the value from the data.
And
So
with that marketplace, is the data going to be sold kind of in Cudis, or is it going to be like any kind of fiat or crypto?
well, it's gonna be any kind of fiat and crypto. We only take a 20% cut on that, but most of the value comes back to the users. So that's the number one difference between Cudis and Aura is that you pay every month to use Aura, but you're able to get an income from using Cudis, and that essentially lowers down the barrier of entry for any longevity related tracking services.
Okay, gotcha. Now with the ring and stuff too, like I saw a little bit because I haven't had the Cuda 002. I just had purchased the Pioneer package, so I'll get my ring in I think July or so. With the kind of everything with Cudis and just the hub and stuff, there's are you basically kind of almost going into challenges with other people or like leaderboards of trying to basically encourage health wellness, all those sorts of things, exercise?
So we actually have this. So inside our app, there are a couple of things. Number one is your data dashboard. It's going to tell you how well your sleep is, what's your stress score for the day, what's your step count, what's your current heart rate, what's your HRV for the day, etc. And then the number two thing we have inside our app is a personalized AI coach. So so this one currently we only have the very basic version, but in the future we're going to allow it to read your data. We're allowing you to to chat with the. But you can now also chat with the coach, but you're not able to train it. So in the future, you're able to train your personalized health agent. So that's the second part of inside our app, and the third part is gamification system or the point system. So we are trying to break down wellness or longevity into actionable pieces. So what that means is that we introduce this daily quest system, and then people get I believe 550 points max out for daily quest. And inside the daily quest, there is something like for example, for every 3,000 steps, you get 20 points. So if you hit 15K steps, you max out on the step part. And then another thing is measure your heart rate, chatting with the AI coach, and then we're also going to be adding a sleep related quest later on. So essentially, do if you've been doing the daily quest, you are actually on your journey towards better life, longevity, and health.
Okay, gotcha. And then with achieving some of those points and those different things, do you actually earn Cudis, or is there a way to earn Cudis utilizing the ring?
Oh yes, that's right. So we have the point system, right? And then every season, based on your engagement, based on how many points you've got, we are allocating certain percentage of Cudis token airdrop to our existing users. And season one ends at our TGE, which is coming up very soon. So that's why we actually introduced the Pioneer package because we're closing up to TGE now. It's like if people buy the ring, they might not have the time to get the points for the first season, but some of them might still want to hold a portion of the token, right? So that's why we introduced the Pioneer pack, where there is some portion of token inside the pack.
Okay, gotcha. So everybody who already has like a Cudis ring, like the 002 or the initial one, they've been earning points this whole time. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and then
But
at TGE, are they going to be able to get some token from those points as well?
100%.
Okay, cool. That's what I had assumed. Somebody was asking me. I have a community member who has like the 002, so he was asking about airdrop versus the points and stuff as well. With
Yeah,
TGE, are we going to see a tokenomics breakdown yet? Because I don't think that was like solidified yet.
yeah, but you'll be able to see the full breakdown.
Okay, cool. And then, a lot of times legally you can't really talk too much about exchanges per se, but I do know we have some tier one. I mean, I saw, articles from OKX and Bybit. So, my assumption is, we'll probably see those ones at the very least as well. But I don't know if
Yeah,
you're able to say anything on any of that.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm not able
Okay.
to say anything.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
that's typical. No, that's totally fine. Um, and then for selling the data and stuff, so I love this idea. First off, right? Like with a Samsung Watch and stuff, it's tracking all your data, blah blah. You check the check boxes, you don't even read the terms and conditions, and of course they're selling and utilizing your data, to drive their profits as well, and you're not getting anything in return, of course. Um, with the marketplace, are you picking and choosing who you're allowed to sell data to, or is it just it kind of like you're placing your data out there to be purchased by companies to use for studies or whatever?
So initially, it would be like a curated program where we are finding designated purchaser of the data just to prove the concept, essentially. But later on, it's going to be more permissionless. Everybody can get access to the data.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Actually, so the data, because I forgot to mention about the longevity hub.
Yeah.
Because right, so the longevity hub is not only about the decentralized data marketplace. It's also just think about it as the decentralized permissionless version of a Nike Lab that curates longevity projects. So in our ecosystem, we have real users, which is you and I, which is everybody that use the Cudis ring, which is everybody that use the Cudis app that connect the awareness data. They're real users. We have the real time data from the users, which is collected by Cudis ring or other devices. But also, what we want to do is that we want to curate real projects and real services for these people. So a lot of people are trying to build different services. All of them are wellness related, by the way, to to customers, and we'll be able to help them bootstrap users. I'll be able to help them with the data support. I'll be able to help them with a launchpad eventually for fundraising. So that's everything for the longevity hub. So think of it as ecosystem where there are data, there are customers, there are builders, and it's created this positive loop where the existing users are getting premium services, and they can also like choose to invest in the projects or longevity services they like. So that's the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah. And it seems like it can really continue to just build out and build on top of itself, as things progress as well.
Exactly.
All through kind of just healthcare as well, and some of the data and the studies that people are always looking for. Right now it's definitely not streamlined at all. If you're ever trying to look for any, even if it's like so far out of like healthcare studies, let's say
Yeah.
you're like a chronic migraine sufferer, and you want to look for any kind of new studies out there. It's really tough to kind of find those things because you got to like get online, try to find the right sites, do all this kind of work. So it'd be really cool if it kind of built on top of itself as it progresses.
Exactly, because we feel like the longevity spaces or the wellness space is actually contained a lot of noise, right? And then a lot of the services are too expensive. For example, like Brian Johnson is the pioneer of longevity studies. However, his blueprints cost thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars every month, every year. Sorry, but it's not designed for commoners. But as commoners, we feel like there's a way for us to participate as well, whether through like daily quests of improving of creating healthy habits, or whether through launch pads that help that allows us to participate in the early stage projects, or whether just simply like provide or support the data.
Right, right. Yeah, no, I think there's a huge. I mean, you guys have shown it too. I've seen all the numbers with the huge market and
Yeah,
kind of all the money that's going to be going into just wellness and all these kind of systems and stuff. So, yeah, excited to kind of see it grow. Um, let's see. For the Cudis token, I guess what are some of the uses and utilizations for that? I'm assuming it kind of builds into Longevity Hub and the app and everything as well.
yes. So there are a couple of things. Number one is that the token will be used as a tool for boost earnings. So so if you state, well, I don't want to reveal this yet, but starting from next season, so season two, you'll be able to actually stake or consume the token as form of point boost to increase your daily earnings or daily points production. So you'll be so that's number one. Number two is that the Cudis token will be used in terms of allow access to getting access into the privileged services and programs. So we don't charge subscription fee, but we are actually asking users to stake their token in order to be able to enjoy some of the more advanced services that Cudis or the Cudis ecosystem partner is developing.
Okay. So like
And
a stake to
yes,
subscribe kind of thing.
yes, it's a stake rather than subscribe.
Okay,
And then
that's pretty cool because it's still your tokens, you know, but you're
yeah,
holding it as kind of like a personal, you know, stake
yeah,
in the company.
yeah. And then the third thing is, remember I'm talking about longevity launchpad. So a lot of projects that we're helping to curate will launch the token in the Cudis launchpad, and the tokens will be paired with the Cudis token. So think of it as a virtual.
Okay, gotcha.
And then lastly, it would be like the token will be the default payment unit of payment for in terms of using our decentralized data marketplace.
Okay, yeah, no, that tracks. So for Web 2 users, Web 3, what have we kind of done to I guess simplify the process if like just a Web 2 person is coming in wants to get this ring? How simple have we kind of made it to try to streamline things?
Oh, they don't have to know anything about cryptos to be able to use the ring and farm points, right? Like but the thing is, if they want to if they want to participate in token airdrops, they might need to learn. We're going to have a guide inside the app to let them learn about how to create a wallet.
Right.
Like you can already create a wallet inside our app, right? And then just to find that wallet with your account will be eligible. Will make you eligible for token airdrop. But also, like if you don't want to do that, we're also going to release something called the point store, where based on the region you're at, we are partnering with local merchandise and stores where you'll be able to redeem your points for coupons, for actual merch, and for different other stuff.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Yeah, kind of connecting into all those things, whether it's even like
Yeah,
shoes, you know what I mean, running shoes,
yeah,
anything that you can kind of think of that relates to kind of wellness, health, exercise. That's pretty
exactly.
cool. Cool. Yeah, yeah. Reducing that friction is obviously everything that we've been trying to do, you know, for the Web 3 side, so that it turns into a thing where Web 2 users don't even know they're doing Web 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is definitely the big goal. I saw that you guys have some like pretty important partnerships, you know, on investors, you know, NCAA, UCLA.
yeah.
What have you guys kind of been doing, I guess, to I guess either expand those partnerships or just to continue to reach more people?
So yeah, after TGE, the goal is still to try to reach to the mass. So the UCR partnership is pretty unique in that I believe like we are one of the first ones to actually reach out to uni to colleges, and it helps when two actually three of your core team is UCI alumni.
Right.
So me, Edison, also one of our friend in the company, Ken, we're all UCI alumni. So we were trying to actually start. Aura starts with professional athletes like the NBA stars, Olympian gold medalist. We want to, for us, it's like our core audience is more because we have a lower barrier of entry in terms of price point. We want to target those young people, and college is a perfect entry point. And that's why we partner up with UCLA sports programs, where the teenagers, college students, people who are into college sports, they'll be able to recognize the brand.
Right. No, yeah, that's awesome. I'm really excited because you know, one, it's a big project on Solana, right? A child of Solana, really. You know, a lot of support there, and yeah, being able to reach out to kind of the lower masses commoners, as you kind of mentioned, and you know, with the Pioneer package, I mean, you're getting so much with the ring, the airdrop, the longevity kind of hub and stuff too. It's definitely a great deal that you guys have. I thought for sure it was going to be like gone in 2 seconds, but there's still some available for sure. I think once word goes out, I think things are gonna definitely take off for
For sure.
Cudis. Um, with the TGE, is everything on track so far?
Yes, everything's on track. The team is actually have all hands on TGE right now.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, because that's one thing that people are always asking about. Because yeah, TGEs they always get delayed and stuff as well. Um, let's see.
And what I think one thing about us is that TGE for us is not the end; it's more like in the beginning. right? It's only season. First of all, earning doesn't stop after TGE,
Right.
right? For us, TGE is like only season one, and we have a like huge amount of allocation designed for future airdrops and more like for mass adoptions
Yeah.
essentially.
I'm excited
So
to
so
see how it builds out too, and further partnerships. Like I just think of all these events out there too, like the oh man, I'm gonna mess it up. Mutter, like some of these just fun events you go out there and
yeah,
do I see a lot of ways where you can earn like extra points with partnering up with like Mutter and going out there and doing these events and things that are just promoting wellness and exercise.
exactly
So yeah.
exactly.
Any specific things you can tell me about the ring and the design and stuff?
Sure, yeah. So actually, you're talking with the right guy because I'm the ones who actually have the sporty series on hand right now.
Nice.
So like he's one of this is one of the color. So essentially, it's the tech spec of the ring is similar to our 002 version in that it's 100% waterproof. The core part is made with titanium. It's super light. The battery life is around 8 to 10 days. Track similar stuff such as your sleep, your HRV, your heart rate, your resting heart rate, your steps, your body temperature, blood oxygen, stress, exercise, everything like that. And then, but more importantly, is that the 40 series allows you to earn 5 extra points in terms of our sports mode inside the app. But that's something I want to clarify because I think I mentioned about a daily quest where there are different quests that allows you to earn specific points every day. For normal people without a sporty series, their daily cap is 550. But for people with a sporty series, their cap is going to be at 950.
Okay.
So that's the core difference.
Cool. So yeah, able to earn more with the sporty series.
Yes, if you wear the sporty series and do sports, that's the way it is.
Yeah. Being more athletic and exercising more. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other kind of big things that we haven't mentioned or touched on?
I think I also want to mention a little bit about the longevity hub pass or the SPT inside the Pioneer package. Because I mentioned about the longevity hub, which is something which is a program where we were trying to curate real projects, helping them bootstrap users, helping them with data support, helping them to raise money. But also, so that's the longevity hub. So the hub pass, which is included inside the Pioneer pack, allows the pass holders to have early access into those projects that we curated. That early access means token airdrops, early access to the product, first in line in terms of launchpad investment, etc.
Nice.
So by
Yeah.
no means undertake that the value of that path.
Right. And just the opportunities that it opens up and the doors it opens for you.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm super excited to get the ring and to get into it. I'm really looking forward to it being a motivator for me and the wife to get some exercise done, get our movements in every day. We do a fair job with our walk each day with the dog, but really want to push it a little bit more. Really looking
You
like
know
you
what?
said.
Dog walking is also a good exercise.
Yeah,
By no means it's a bad exercise, right? So, like as long as we're just trying to make people like um, create these healthy habits, like sleeping for 8 hours a day, walking, like at least go out, touch the green for like maybe 3,000 steps, 5,000 steps. It's a good start.
yeah,
By no means it's always going to help towards your longevity
yeah,
in the end.
absolutely. And your mental, your mental
Yes.
mindset and stuff too,
Yeah.
getting out. So, yeah. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting with me a little bit and my community just about the Cudis ring and looking forward to engaging with it more. So,
Thank you, Doctor.
all right, man. I appreciate you. You take care.
Yeah, thank you. Always happy to. If you have any questions or if you have communities have any questions for us, feel free to let us know. I'll be
Perfect.
here.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.